Greetings all, beautiful people all over planet Earth. So I'm doing it. I've been here 150,000 times before, but this time legit doing it, and it was just the easiest decision because I had another bout of tachycardia and I've had enough of it, and it scared me, had to go to the emergency at like 5 o'clock in the morning. And I had been, for the last month, I've been doing intermittent fasting, and like between 16, they call it the 16-8, but I was doing more the 17-7 or the 18-6. So fasting for 18 hours, eating for 6. You know what? I lost about 1 kilo in the whole like 35 days. So, and it was like yo-yo, like really, it was just so disappointing because I was reading how these people are losing weight. But you know what? It's not good enough. It's not good enough. And although my tachycardia, it was slight, it was enough to scare me. And my pulse, when it was happening was 152 beats per minute, which is staggering. And I had spoken to the medical clinic who are on 24-hour call, and I said to them, look, I don't think I can drive the 2-minute drive up there. I said, I'm scared I'm going to pass out because I am feeling so nauseous right now. And it was a feeling of, if you've ever been under general anesthesia, it's that moment where you know the anesthesia is in your bloodstream and you're about to go, lights out. And it was at that moment I thought, I don't think I can make it. And anyway, I sat there for a little, few minutes after. Problem is, they told me, they said, you gotta call the ambulance. The ambulance, my address is not on the map. And so they could have come and picked me up because I know the local guy that is the ambulance. And I said, look, don't worry about it. I'll tough it out and see if I can drive myself up there. Anyway, I was up there for 2.5 hours. They did all these obs and tests and dings and dangs and buzzers and things going off. And it was just ugly. It was just such an ugly, awful experience again. And because I live on my own, this is the worst thing about living on your own, is that you don't have anyone here should anything go wrong with you. And I just, lying on that gurney, I'm just like, this is it. Enough is enough. I'm so tired of having all these niggling health issues, tachycardia. I actually wrote a list. So all these things that were going on with me, I decided on that gurney. I'm just like, this is it. I'm so sick of this. And that was enough. It was the easiest decision. And let me tell you, my first day of juicing, the day I got home, was the easiest day ever. Even today, like today is day 2. And although I'm feeling a little flat because I'll be going through detox now, I'm actually surprised I do not have a really bad headache, because it's usually day 2, maybe day 3, where I just start getting the worst detox headaches. But that was before, when I was drinking coffee, caffeinated coffee. I haven't had the headaches yet. I'm really surprised because I was expecting them last night. They haven't come yet, but I do feel flat. I do feel a bit lethargic, and it's really hot today. It's like 40 degrees again. Tomorrow we've got a couple of cooler days, about 33 degrees, but then it goes up again for another week of 40. I am so over the summer. Oh, so anyway, look, I'm on it, and you're not going to see this video until like I hit day 10, at least my Patreons anyway. I don't think I'm going to share this publicly on my channel until like maybe day 25 or 30. And actually on day 30, I'm planning to do the psyllium husk and the bentonite clay ingestion, where if you've got mucoid plaque, I'm not going to go into that, but if you know about juice fasting and you know about mucoid plaque, that's the time where it's good to do this bentonite and psyllium husk drink. You ingest it, and I don't know, we're gonna see what's gonna come out. But I'm documenting everything. I'm gonna document what is actually coming out of me. And it's not a nice subject to talk about shit, but unfortunately our shit can teach us so much about ourselves and what is going on inside of us. And I've watched plenty of videos that people have been brave enough to share and show their own poo online, because it really shows you what is coming out of them. Some people have worms and parasites and like really bubbly acidic stuff coming out of them, but this stuff won't happen unless you're doing a cleanse. You got to do, as John Rose would say, a solid food vacation. Raw food, just as good as it is, it doesn't cut it for, you know, that ultimate cleanse. And the ultimate cleanse is either a water fast, which I don't like doing, or a juice fast. And you know, so I'm doing it for the long haul, and I really have to lose weight. You know, I suspect the tachycardia, it does not help that I got on the scales. I'm I was 114.2 kilos. And the day before the tachycardia, I had been more stricter with, even though I ate seafood, I was, you know, not having any hard carbs like potato, rice, anything like that. It was just salads and some seafood. I was down then to 113.7. One day of juicing, I lost 1.3 pounds of doing absolutely minimal sedentary work around the house. Obviously, this is like my healing sanctuary now. I'm not doing this to be exercising crazy. I'm doing this to fully cleanse and heal my body. So 1.3 pounds, 0.6 kilos in one day. So you are going to shred and lose weight on a juice fast. And there's all sorts of things coming out. I mean, it could be water retention, it could be fat, I don't know what it is, or it could just be a lot of waste, a lot of fresh poo, like, you know, 5, 6, 7 day old poo. It's when you get to day 20 and day 30 is when the older stuff starts coming out, and I have no idea what would be in me, but I'm gonna find out sooner or later. So I want to document this, and for anyone else that, you know, has, you know, even if you don't have health issues, but just you want to feel better, if you want to join me on the journey, well, you know, I'm going to be posting every now and then about it, but I'm not going to be uploading and sharing these videos until I'm like past the day 10 mark. So, but I'll tell you a couple of things of what I have been having on the typical cooked food diet. I wouldn't even say I'm that unhealthy. Like, out of all my friends, I certainly eat very cleanly, but it's the amount that I'm eating probably. Well, it has to be, because 114 kilos for a 5'7" woman is massive. It's obese. I was in the obese 3 category. No way. Now I'm in the obese 2. I mean, hey, still in the obese, but at least I'm progressing. It's a slow journey. Well, actually, no. Juice fasting is the quickest and the most effective, but juice fasting can be hard for people because you're having nothing but juice for a period of days, duration of days. Could be 30, could be 20, could be 60, could be 100. And it really tests people's courage, really shows people their own trials and tribulations. The longest juice fast, I did one for 19 days, I think in 2016. I did 3 weeks of orange juice in Dubai. Didn't document that, and that was purely just for weight loss. And And I've done dribs and drabs of 4-day juice fast. I've never done the long haul, big kahuna, 30, 60, 90 days. So we will see. But I have recorded this because I want to document this. Let's see, let me bring it up. So look, if you're feeling inspired, like you do want to join me on that, then just try. It doesn't even have to be for that long, but even on the second day, like today, you just feel good. Like when you breathe in deep, you feel the oxygen saturation. You feel good. And although I'm feeling a bit flat, I don't know, you just feel good. I didn't experience plantar fasciitis last night. I've had that for years, I think since 2019, and in the winter, not even in the winter, but I remember last year, I mean, I'd be almost crawling at nighttime to get somewhere because the pain in that right ball of my foot is so painful. It's no fun. Okay, so here's a list of some things that I have experienced or that I am experiencing, and I believe I'm too young to be experiencing, but that's a testament for me. Experiencing these shows you that my body is saying, hey, I don't like what you're doing. You've got to make a change. You've got to do something. Things I've had issues with health-wise: pre-cellulitis on my right shin for over 2 weeks. That is a new thing. It's gone now, but it has definitely made a kind of slight bulbous area on my shin, and that was really painful when that happened. Didn't like that at all. Varicose veins, varicose veins, spider veins. I still got that spider vein on the back of my leg. I actually took pictures of that when I did 50 days of fruit in 2021, and it made a huge difference, even 30 days. Hard sunspots on my nose. I've got a sunspot here. That blue thing up there, that is a rock in my nose. There's a story about that somewhere on my channel, but got sunspots here, one up here, because I'm always in the sun. And these things come up. What else? I've got some hard skin warts, which I would suspect to do with, bad diet and being in the sun. Elbow bursitis in the left arm, that kind of was at its height in 2019. That really hurt, but I've still got something there. Inflamed right knee, yes, and that's been swollen and still is. That's on and off thing. I've had issues with that ever since I dislocated it in 2011. I don't know, somewhere around then, but I've had issues with that on and off. Forgetfulness. Oh my gosh, I am feeling forgetfulness, and I may have something on my mind, and literally 5 seconds later, I can't remember what it is. Doesn't happen all the time, but when it does, I'm thinking, what is going on? Why? I've just thought about it. How could it just disappear out of my mind so quick? That. Yeah, I said plantar fasciitis, shingles, obviously the tachycardia. Shingles was in 2021. That was excruciating. Anyone that's had shingles, you know what I'm talking about. Bleeding gums every now and then. And and then I've just written here, just obese, 114 kilos. So obviously that is a huge contribution to what is going on. This is the problem. I have never been in the habit of weighing myself, even when I was thinner, and that habit has carried over. And when I moved here, I didn't have scales, and all my clothes are usually pretty loose fitting anyway. So, weight gain, it's a creepy thing. It creeps up on you. And before you know it, you have gained 10 kilos and you're just like, how did this happen? Well, that's what happened to me when I got on the scales. I thought, well, I could just tell by my face. I knew I was, had to be around the 100 kilo mark. Oh, wasn't expecting to see 114. I couldn't believe it. So 118 is my heaviest, and that was back in 2016. So those are some things that I have had issues with, but I have noticed even after one day of juicing, symptoms of these things just start subsiding, and I'm just going to take it day by day. I've been in this spot so many times, but after, this little scare with the tachycardia 2 days ago, it's enough. Straight away, it was a no-brainer. I went home and juiced. Even though I've got other food around the house, I'm not even interested. Not even interested. So we'll see, how things progress as I move along with this. And I'll share it on here as openly and as real. It's not always pretty, talking about poo and things like that. But it's very educational, and mucoid plaque is something that it looks horrendous, and to think that something could be in you for 20 years and not move, that's pretty unbelievable. And then that can lead to all sorts of things like pockets in your colon, diverticulitis, I think they call it. All sorts of problems. I don't want those problems, and I'm sick and tired of having these symptoms of things and not doing anything about it. So I'm on board. Day 2, let's do it.